Hello, Rush Roundtable. Admin Patrick here to say congrats on 100 episodes. It was a marathon to get here, but this group is driven with a mission and undeniable chemistry. Thank you for all you do for the Rush community. Keep making memories, and here's to another 100 episodes.
Hey, this is Mario Papa. Happy 100 episodes, Rush Roundtable. Keep rocking.
Congratulations on 100 episodes of the Rush Roundtable. Very proud to be part of this Rush fans family.
You know, if I'd bet on the Roundtable reaching 100 episodes, yeah, I would have lost money. So, congrats.
Happy 100 episodes, Rush Roundtable. Looking forward to 100 more.
Rush Fans Roundtable. Big congrats on 100 awesome episodes. Keep it up.
I honestly thought that eating Nashville hot chicken for 100 straight days from this food truck was impressive. But really impressive is 100 episodes of the Rush Roundtable. Congratulations, guys.
Hey, Rush Roundtable. Congrats on the first 100. Looking forward to the next 2012.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 100 of Rush Roundtable. It's been quite the journey, but to quote the professor, the point of a journey is not to arrive. We've had a lot of fun with these. These started as, just basic 15-minute Instagram discussions, and it's evolved over time to now we have a YouTube channel, and now we're doing many other things than just Rush Roundtable. But, Rush Roundtable started it all. And, because of this, we've all met each other. Somehow we found each other, to also quote Neil. Met many awesome people through this, and I'm really thankful for that. So I do want to give a shout out to some of the folks who have hosted roundtables over the first 99 episodes. That would be, a few of them are in this chat here, but that would be Jim Benner, Alex Nelson, Ryder Heidick, Matt Gluckman, Kira McManus, Sarah and Diana Pratt, Pat Loftus, and if I missed anybody else, I'm sorry. And a shout out to those three people, Jim, Ryder, and also Austin, who put together the Rush Roundtable Overture music that we've been using for, many episodes. So thank you to you three for doing that. And, of course, thank you to anyone who has participated in Rush Roundtable over the first 99 episodes. And for those who are viewers, without all of you, there's really no point in doing this. So thank you. And we want to encourage viewers, of course, that haven't come on and talked about Rush with us to do just that. We're at 100 episodes. We're hoping for 200 more, whatever, 100, 200 more. This isn't stopping. So we want to make more Rush friends and talk more Rush with more people and get more, different perspectives and so on and so forth. So email us at rushroundtable@rushfans.net. if you'd like to come on and join the discussion. That being said, this topic, songs never played live. This is part 3 of this topic. This was our episode 1 was songs never played live. And then we did a second episode, which was episode 40. We thought it would be a cool idea to revisit that as part of this episode because it's always a fan favorite topic. So we've each chosen 3 songs that the band never played live, and we're going to go around the round table one at a time and tell you why we chose those songs and which tour we think that song could have slotted in. Before we get into that, I'm just going to read the songs that were never played live. So here they are. Take a Friend, Making Memories, Rivendell, Lessons, Tears, Madrigal, Different Strings, Emotion Detector, Open Secrets, Second Nature, Taishan, High Water, Chain Lightning, Anagram, Red Tide, Hand Over Fist, Available Light, Face Up, The Big Wheel, Heresy, Neurotica, You Bet Your Life, Cut to the Chase, Alien Shore, The Speed of Love, Everyday Glory, The Color of Right, Totem, Dog Years, Carve Away the Stone, Peaceable Kingdom, The Stars Look Down, Vapor Trail, Sweet Miracle, Nocturne, Freeze, Out of the Cradle, Bravest Face, Good News First, We Hold On, and BU2B2. There is some debate on I Think I'm Going Bald and The Fountain of Lamneth from the Caress of Steel tour. So because there's a debate on that, we've left those off as not potential choices. So without further ado, Ryder, go ahead with your first song.
All right. So with my first song, this is one that I hear a lot of discussion on, like, why didn't they play this live on a specific tour? And my number one is the Motion Detector for Power Windows. I feel like this song would have been incredible live. And my only stipulation with it was, if anyone's ever listened to the Power Windows demo tapes, a Motion Detector has an extended outro. So I would have loved to see that. And I think this would have been great on the Power Windows tour, obviously, and the Clockwork Angels tour, because they brought back so much material from that album.
Awesome. So I did episode 1 and episode 40 myself. If you want to go back and rewatch those, I tried to choose different songs for each one of those. And for this episode, I'm choosing 3 different songs than what I chose prior. So the first is The Big Wheel from Roll the Bones. I think this is a really fun song. I'm kind of on a Roll the Bones kick because we just did the deep dive, of course. But yeah, I mean, this is a song that I think can be sung along to. I think it's got, potential for imagery that Rush always does on the screens behind them. I think you could do a lot of cool stuff with the Big Wheel. It's got that fade out guitar solo that Alex does at the end that I always found cool. I would love to see that live. And in terms of where I think it would fit, I think this would have been cool for the Time Machine tour because there was, if I remember correctly, there was no Roll the Bones material on that tour. And I just felt like you could slot this into the first set there of Time Machine. So The Big Wheel. Lucas?
So for me, I think that like them not playing Cut to the Chase was kind of a bummer. I always thought that song would have been great played live. It's like really heavy. It has a great build up to like the end of it, and when they're done building it up, just that after Alex's solo, that like really hard hitting section is just killer. I think that would have been great played live. When I was like listening to some of these songs, one of the things that I tried to like consider was just like how hard it would have been to play live. And I think that song would have been tackled fairly easily compared to some of the other stuff that they've done live. And that's from their Counterparts album, of course. So, and I think that would have been played best on either Time Machine or Different Stages, because I noticed that in Different Stages, they were going back to a lot of their heavier stuff just throughout all of their albums. And I think that would have fit perfectly in with both like live recordings. So that's my take.
Yeah, Different Stages for sure. That'd be really cool. All right, Ralph, go ahead.
My first choice would be Dog Ears from Test for Echo. I really like that song. I think it rocks. It's got a punk vibe to it. Probably just played on their Test for Echo tour and never played again. I would have loved to have seen it. Especially I like the drum fills that Neil's doing. And I would have, they're moving so fast and just throws these fills in. I think it's great and would have loved to see that live.
Jerry is disgusted.
Nice.
I mean, you do. I mean, you need a bathroom song, right?
You need a bathroom song.
I love the song. I love that song. Cool.
Good choice.
Jerry?
I'm going with Hand Over Fist. And I would like to have seen that one on the Presto tour because that was a great tour. And I was very much into that album when it came out. And I think Hand Over Fist is an underrated song. It doesn't really, not many people, cite it as one of their favorite Rush songs. And so it just would have been cool to see on that tour.
All right. Good choice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right.
I am going with the Test for Echo route. Totem. I think Test for Echo itself is just a fantastic album, and Totem is a rocker. I think it's pretty. It rocks for me, and it's got a great lyric. I have a few Neil lyrics that I really love, and this one I really love, and I think about it often. I believe that what I'm feeling changes how the world appears. I just think that's such a cool lyric, and I would love to have seen that on the Test for Echo tour.
Yeah, awesome.
That's fine.
All right, Brendan.
All right, my number one is Alien Shore. This is a phenomenal song from Counterparts. I think it would have been a nice addition to the set list for Counterparts or any subsequent tour. I actually wrote about this for a recent Spotlight Saturday post on Rush Fans. There are certain songs where the band members really get to shine as individuals. Think about the drumming on Tom Sawyer. Think about the guitar on Free Will. Alien Shore is such a prime example. It's such a singular example of Geddy's bass playing standing out in an extraordinary way. Lucas, you mentioned hard songs to perform live. No idea of the difficulty, probably impossible for most, mere mortals, but I would have loved to hear Geddy play this one live, and that's my number one.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a really good one.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go through a second time, shall we? Ryder, go ahead.
All right, so next up from the album Presto, Chain Lightning. I was really surprised to hear that they didn't play this song. I think this would have been an awesome song, like for the song after the opening song. Just like great, like set the mood, kick in everything, like, okay, here we go. Now we're really starting, like coming out of like a slower paced section. Amazing lyrics, incredible instrumentation, love the guitar solo. And I think this just would have been awesome on like the Presto or the Roll the Bones tour.
All right. My second is, so I was going to put Alien Shore, Brendan, and then I kind of diverted. I thought about it, and I'm thinking to myself, for some reason, Alien Shore is one of my favorite Rush songs of all time. I just, for some reason, didn't think it would fit live and couldn't picture it on any tour. So instead, I went with Everyday Glory from Counterparts. Everyday Glory's got that fantastic, opening part that just really gets you excited and pumped up, which is exactly what you need for a concert, a live show. I can see people kind of singing along to the part where Geddy sings, no matter what they say, that whole section. I can see the audience singing along to that. It's got a really cool guitar solo that I would love to hear in an arena, concluding with, Neil just pounding those round things with wooden things, at the end.
Drums?
Yes, of course I'm pulling from Alex's rant.
Yes.
And I think, okay, so the ending lyric of this song is perhaps one of Neil's best lyrics ever. And the fact that this was never played live, giving Geddy that opportunity to sing, though we know that time has wings, we're the ones that have to fly, that part, I can just envision seeing this live and getting goosebumps just thinking about it. So I think this would be the Clockwork Angels tour the Clockwork Angels first set ended with Far Cry, I believe. I would slot Everyday Glory in there at the end of the first set because it doesn't really feel like a second set song to me. It feels like a first set song to me. Of course, you could always throw it in on Counterparts, but to get a little creative, I think Clockwork Angels, it would have been cool to bring that out there as a switching from the synth era stuff to the heavier Clockwork Angels stuff. Lucas, number two.
Okay. For my second song, I chose We Hold On from Snakes and Arrows. I honestly thought that they did play this live on the live album for Snakes and Arrows on the tour, but they didn't. And I just think the fact that that this is the last track on Snakes and Arrows, and it has not only like a really hard and heavy and like just kicking guitar like riff in that throughout the entire song. It has like really like powerful lyrics that talk about just like, holding on to bad habits and, bad decisions and bad like choices and the things that we get caught up in everyday life. And, I just think that that really goes hand in hand with a lot of the stuff that they were like talking about throughout the Snakes and Arrows album. And it would have just been great, not only since like they like at the end of that song, they have that like almost like jam session like ending where you hear Neil just kind of going off on the drums and they're all just kind of holding out that last note. They finally like do the last everybody hits at once ending. I think that would have been a great ending, or encore for the Snakes and Arrows tour, like just the last song. I know that Alex at one point said that he wrote the guitar riff to like be as if you wanted to just get in your car and like press on the gas pedal all the way down. That probably wouldn't have been a great idea to make fans feel that way right before leaving the Rush concert, because then there would have probably been accidents on the highway. But I just think that would have been a really awesome song to hear live. It would have just sounded really cool. So that's my take.
Cool.
How cool would it be to hear the echoing, the doubled voice live too in We Hold On? I think it's in Long to Give Up the Same Old Way. That part, it's Geddy's voice is like doubled, like in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to have. Yeah. Anyways, all right, Ralph, you're second.
I'm going to add another song from Presto and go Available Light. At the beginning, I think with that piano and the drums going, I thought that would be great in an arena. Specifically, I saw them in Radio City Music Hall for R30, so I would have loved to hear that then. Maybe some of the casual fans might have started to go to the bathroom because it's a slow starting song, but by the end, it's really rocking, they're really moving. I'd love to have seen that.
Yeah, that's a great thing. I would have been glued to my seat for that if they ever played that.
Oh, totally.
I would have been right there.
Jerry, I think you said on one of the first 99 episodes of Rush Roundtable that you would have loved to see Geddy come out to a grand piano for Available Light. I think you said that. So yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, an awesome touch to it.
That'd be so cool. All right.
And actually, Available Light is my next.
Look at that.
As well.
It's like you guys are counterparts or something.
And I was also at that same R30 show at Radio City. But I think it would have been good on the Clockwork Angels tour. They played The Pass, I think, on the Clockwork Angels tour. So maybe they could have switched this out with that and maybe played it with the ensemble, the string ensemble.
That'd be so cool.
Very good idea.
That would have been great. Yeah.
Because it's really one of Geddy's best vocal performances, probably.
Yes.
In the entire catalog.
Tim Derling, our buddy Tim, said that about Available Light at one point. He said, Geddy's possible peak for 3 words to describe Available Light. So there you go.
Wow.
It's funny how I remember these things from 99 episodes. Anyways.
I think about that all the time, yeah. I think I was in that episode when he said it. I was like...
Yeah, that always stuck with me for some reason. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
All right, Jim.
Yeah. All right, so my next pick is Sweet Miracle from Vapor Trails. Sorry. It's a heavy song. It's probably my favorite from that album. They just never played it live. I think they could have done it on the Vapor Trails tour. I think they also could have maybe done it on R40. That would have been great to hear that on R40 too. And I really like the sort of, there's a part in the middle where it's basically Neil playing with Geddy's vocal over it, and then Alex and Geddy come back in with their instruments. I think that would have been cool to sort of extend that a little bit, not make that into a drum solo. I don't think a drum solo fits there, but just extend it a little bit and sort of, have a little bit of fun. That's my second pick, Sweet Miracle.
All 3 minutes and 12 seconds or whatever. I think it's a short one, right?
Yeah, it's not too long.
Yeah. You need those at Rush shows because 90% of the songs are over 5 minutes. All right, Brendan, go ahead. Number 2.
Number 2. So they have played the first 3 songs of the Fear series on various tours. I believe Witch Hunt for Moving Pictures was part 3 of Fear. Part 2 was The Weapon from Signals. Part 1 was The Enemy Within on Grace Under Pressure. Of course, were 3 back-to-back albums. They played the songs in their proper non-chronological order on the Grace Under Pressure tour. After that, they brought Witch Hunt back a couple of times, but they never performed Part 4 of Fear, which is Freeze from Vapor Trails. And this, of course, turned the song from a trilogy into a tetralogy. It's a great song. It has a really unique pounding groove and time signature that I think would have sounded great live. Vapor Trails was, of course, the comeback tour after their hiatus. I'm sure that Neil, sort of grappled with and conquered a lot of fear to get back into performing. And I would have liked to see Freeze make it onto the set list, or maybe even see the full Fear series be resurrected for that tour.
Yeah, because The Weapon and The Enemy Within were not, I don't think those 2 songs were brought back after Grace Under Pressure, right?
Not after the mid-'80s. They weren't brought back. And Witch Hunt was played on Snakes and Arrows, and it was played, of course, on Time Machine for obvious reasons.
Yep. It's a good pick.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Cool. Good one. All right. Let's go through one last time, Ryder.
All right. So my pick is actually Nocturne from Vapor Trails. This song is, holy crap. Yeah. Friggin' Nocturne, man. Just the drums, how it's like the effects that are on it. Just that pounding intro. Once again, another song that I think would have been awesome as the second song on the set, because it's just, you go out of whatever it was and just doom, 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 just go straight into that. That'd just be so, so cool. I think this would have been awesome on Vapor Trails, or even as a surprise pick on R40. I think Nocturne is one of the best songs from Vapor Trails. It really sucks that it wasn't played live.
It's a very interesting pick. Not a song a very forgotten about track, not a song you hear many people talk about. Cool. All right, so for me, my third one is hence wearing this. Good News First. I think Good News First. Well, so first of all, the only 3 songs from Snakes and Arrows that were never played live were Bravest Face, Good News First, and We Hold On. 3 tracks that I've always kind of grouped together in my head for whatever reason. I think of those 3, Good News First is the best of those 3. Yeah, it's pretty underrated. It's got the potential to kind of be maybe a cool down song a little bit for a show, because some of those songs are needed. I'd love to hear Geddy sing the part live where he says, "Time, if nothing else, will do its worst, so do me that favor and tell me the good news first." I think one of the members said in the Game of Snakes and Arrows documentary that the Snakes and Arrows songs are definitely all meant to be played live, and they kind of take on a new life once they're played live. So I think it's kind of a shame that the whole album in its whole didn't get done live, and that those 3 songs were never done. But I do think also that, Neil, right before the guitar solo, Neil's just pounding away at the drums, and Alex just lays down a really emotional guitar solo here. It's one that never gets talked about as some of Alex's best work, but I think it really is. And I just would love to hear that in an arena type setting, maybe even an outdoor venue. Get a little echo going through the venue. But yeah, Good News First, I think, just because of the things I mentioned, I think would have been perfect to have been included on the Snakes and Arrows tour itself, because they did a lot of material from that album on that tour. Lucas, number 3.
Okay, so for my third pick, I chose Peaceable Kingdom from Vapor Trails. And this was tough. This was a tough decision because it was between this, Nocturne, and Freeze. Those were all like really tough decisions, like just to choose one. I just think that in the end, Peaceable Kingdom.
In the end, first one.
Yeah. I just think that Peaceable Kingdom of the 3 were probably like it was the easiest to get into. Like for me personally, Nocturne and Freeze both took time like to grow on me. So I think that with Peaceable Kingdom, it's a song that they said like, was originally going to be an instrumental, which was like it evolved from a jam session. So, it's a jam session song, and, it's really, like I said before, it's heavy, and, it would go great with the Vapor Trails tour, of course. I would even go as far to say, like, if they played that for R30, that would have been a good fit as well. You know, I think that just like them playing One Little Victory, you know, that's a great heavy song as well to like start out with. But Peaceable Kingdom, like, you know, I think they would be great if they played that like after like a slower song or a lighter song like The Pass, or if they did like Available Light or something, just to like bring everyone kind of back into that, like, all right, we're rocking again. You know, it's slower, but at the same time, it you know, Neil's drums throughout the entire song kind of keep you on your feet a little bit. And, you know, it makes you really jump when you know, hear them going into just those instrumental sections, you know, just jamming out. You can tell that they're having fun with that song. So, you know, being able to tell that makes you have fun with it. So that would have just been a really cool song to hear played live. And it would have sounded great in like a good arena, you know, like if it was, I don't know which arena they played on the live recording of R30, but it would have been awesome to hear like that bass sound with that, like for that song in particular. So that's the last one that I decided.
Pick, man.
Yeah, because it's such a jam. That's something you could probably like break out and have like a drum solo in the middle of the song or something too. You know, maybe.
Yeah, no, for 100%, I agree. I think it's tough though, because like a lot of the Vapor Trail songs, like they do have like interesting time signatures. So to like break into a drum solo from there would be, I wouldn't know where they would do that, but I could definitely see it happen like after one of the Vapor Trail tracks. I'm just not sure where.
That was recorded in Frankfurt, by the way, Frankfurt, Germany.
Thank you.
Getty says, hello, Frankfurt, at the beginning of Animate. All right, Ralph, number 3.
I'm going to go from Power Windows Emotion Detector, the one song I've never seen live, obviously. That would have been complete, the whole Power Windows album for me. You know, it's a great song. I know it's their production song, but I'm sure technology definitely would allow them to play that today, or back when they were touring. And I want to agree with Jerry again. I was thinking the Clockwork Angels tour, because maybe adding the string section might be a reason to bring it back, and that would have been fun to see. Yeah, you know, then that guitar solo and the bass and drums going behind that, you know, just really good. So that's what I would have liked to have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's the only Power Windows song I've never seen live either. So yeah. I agree, Ralph. That's a great pick, man.
From research that, well, honestly research, but comments from folks online, like that was definitely a you know, really desired one from people that they wish that was done live at some point. All right, Jerry, number 3.
Number 3, I'm just going to keep going on the Presto kick and go with Anagram for Mongo, because Anagram, the lyrics to Anagram are among my favorites. I think that it's very clever. It's a very clever song. Ryan still doesn't like it, but it's a very clever,
I do.
It's a very clever song, and just would have been great to see them do it. And probably, you know, R40, because I don't think they played any songs from Presto on R40.
They didn't, no.
So it just would have been a nice surprise to throw that out there once in a while.
They skipped 3 albums. They skipped Presto, Hold Your Fire, and Power Windows. Jerry, I just have to ask, do you think it would be a super tongue twister for Getty to sing all those anagrams live? I mean, I feel like
maybe.
I don't have any facts on this, but I just feel like that probably took him so many takes in studio to do that.
Yeah, that's a pretty complicated song. I mean,
yeah.
like, even if you're just kind of like singing it in the car, I mean, I don't know why out of all the lyrics in that song, this one stuck to me. I say to myself, pride reduced to humble pie way more than I should for no reason. Like, my brain just turns off and it's the first thing that comes to my head. So good job, Anagram. You should have been played live.
Yeah, that would have been funny if he stumbled every once in a while. He's only human.
Yeah, there you go.
Flesh and blood, a man.
All right, James, number 3.
All right. Well, there's been a lot of shout outs for Vapor Trail, so I'm going to keep that moving. And I'm going to have to completely agree with Brendan's second round pick, Freeze. My pick is Freeze. I would love to have seen all four of them play, and that would have been so great if they did it on the Vapor Trails tour. Just because, hey, now we've got part four released, and just do them all in a row, just like they did on the Grace Under Pressure tour, right? And we can hear it in that album. So I just think that would have been awesome to do.
Yeah, it's a really good pick. All right. Well, last but not least, Brendan, give us a good one.
So I'm not sure if it's a good one. In fact, it's a bit of a hot take, so much so that I'm wrestling with it myself a little bit.
Don't say Taishan. We're going to lose Jerry.
I don't know how feasible this would have been with Geddy's voice as he aged. So Making Memories from Fly By Night is about, it's about the rigors of a touring musician, but, of being a touring musician, but also about some of the highlights. And I think it would have been a fun live song back in their 70s era. But from a lyrical perspective, how interesting would it have been to see this one on one of their latter day tours? Maybe Time Machine, maybe even R40. As they looked back on 40 years of touring and memories, a lot of us watching R40 in person, including myself, as concert goers, had a feeling it might be their last run. I think it would have been kind of notable and bittersweet as an encore for them to dust this one off and surprise us, maybe even abbreviate it as part of a fly-by-night medley, which would have been appropriate since that was Neil's first album with them. I do realize you could make the case that Rush really wasn't about like sappy, sentimental farewells, and you could argue that it might have been kind of hokey and campy to have this song be a send-off. So I'm not married to the idea, but I don't know. I think I might have appreciated hearing it.
I really like the idea. I think it's a great song. And I think your description of why, right, and just thinking the memories of playing that on later tour, I think that's awesome. So yeah, I'm all in for that, man.
Cool.
I actually, I think it would be awesome if they played that during like a part of the acoustic set on R30. You know how they did Resist, and they did a cover of that Yardbirds song. Like I think it would have been they didn't need to do Heartful, so they didn't need to do like the full thing, but if they did like the melody or something, just both of them on guitar, like I love that acoustic, like just bass like feel, that foundation that song has. It would have been awesome if they did like incorporated that into like an acoustic sounding set or something like that during the R30 tour. Like I think that would have been pretty cool, and the sentimental thing would have fit just as well too. Like that would have been pretty awesome if they did that on the R40 tour as well. So
cool. Yeah.
All right, if you're a lot of good choices here. We touched on pretty much almost every era. If viewers watching, please leave some comments, songs you wish the band would have played live and why, because we'd love to continue the discussion in the comments. As I mentioned in the beginning, we're always looking for new guests. So if you do have any interest coming on, just shoot us an email. That information will be at the end of the episode. And if you stuck around this long, we're going to follow this up here with about 5 or 6 or 7 minutes of bloopers from the first 99 episodes. And there's a lot of your favorite roundtable guest, Jerry, in these bloopers. So if... yes, enjoy the bloopers. Thanks again, all you guys. Thanks for awesome 100 episodes, and we'll see you around in the next one. Take care, everybody.
Welcome to Rush Roundtable number 53. On this episode, we continue our journey through the 2112 album, and this time around, we invite you to join us. That sucked. Let's try that again. Welcome to Rush Roundtable. This is Welcome to Rush Roundtable number 70. This is part 2 of our exploration. Welcome to Rush Roundtable number 70. On this episode, we are continuing our look at the tour of the deep tracks, our deep track set list on what songs we'd love to see.
Hi, Kate here, and welcome to episode 44. Fuck. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 71 of Rush Roundtable. I can't do this. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 71 of Rush Roundtable. Finally, we have passed into Olympus as was told in tales of old. Today we begin our discussion on 1978's Hemispheres, starting with the opening... Are you fucking kidding me?
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Rush Roundtable, episode 66. On this episode, we wrap up our discussions of the album of Farewell to Kings with its sixth and final track, Cygnus X1, Book 1, The Voyage. This high-flying epic tells the story of the Rocinante's journey into the black hole of Cygnus X1. This is a bad take.
Hey guys, welcome to episode number 61 of Rush Roundtable. On this episode, we're talking about songs that Rush could have played if they ever did a Super Bowl halftime show. We're given 15...
All right, so we're going to get right into it, and we're going to talk about some songs we're currently hooked on and or deep tracks we'd like to shout out. And as always, we'll start with Kira.
Uh-oh, cut. Okay, hold on. We'll start this whole thing over. That's all right.
Tom Sawyer, and the encore was One Little Victory, a passage to Bangkok with the Rickenbacker.
Okay, 90s team, you have 30 seconds to rebut.
And it's possible that they had difficulty writing for some of these intensely personal and emotional lyrics, which was completely different for them. They had a similar problem writing Cold Fire on Counterparts. There's a blooper reel for you.
He doesn't, just wank out on it.
It's very, peaceful and, relaxing, and he doesn't really just wank out on it, He just kind of, he just...
Yeah, throw it in there, have something for him to, really wank out on, and then finish it up with the rest of Tom Sawyer. So.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two. Why am I rocking back and forth like that? Hello, everyone, and I'm doing it again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two debating which decade of Rush. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the... God, who did my hair? Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rush Roundtable. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Everyone, hello. Wee! 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 Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two debating which decade or year of Rush is more preferable. And why am I spinning? It's stupid. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two debating which decade or... Okay. Sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two debating which decade or era of Rush is more preferable, the 90s or the 2000s and beyond. Why am I moving? Hello! Hello, everyone. You know who you are. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 58 of Rush Roundtable. Bleh. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 50. No, we're not. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 58 of Rush Roundtable. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two debating. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 58 of Rush Roundtable. This is the second debate-style episode where we have two teams of two debating which decade or era of Rush is more preferable, the 90s or the 2000s and beyond. After each question is posed, each team will have 2 minutes to answer. Now to my moderating partner, Reiner. Reiner! Oof, it's gonna take me a lot of coffee to get through this.